Hello, how are you going? We are live. All right, who have we got here? Lots of people waiting. Thank you. Hope you're all having a splendid day. Now I'm going to try and work out how to actually show these comments. Look at that. Shanti, hello, how are you? Thank you for being here. Gilgamesh, hello. Zal, how you doing? Com, hello, greetings. Long time no see. So, hello. Oh, Michelle. Who else have we got here? 17 Joy. Hello, welcome. DJ, Mr. G. The Skylarker, Mr. Breeze. Hello, well, Tommy. Hello, welcome. Brenda. Yeah, the whole gang's here. It's like Greece. The whole gang's back together again. Ryan, how you doing? Anne, Murray, Ed, John, William, Christine, Tishon. Oh, how do I say this? Abanoff? Is that right? Abanav G, hello. Oh, someone's restored. Hello. Nice. Bryce, hello. Gilgamesh, all right. And there was someone that, this one, Lipish Rose, hello. All right. How are we all? Actually, let me move. Can you hear me loud enough? Is that better? All right. Cool. Now, basically today, I just wanted to come on and say hello, really. I think this is the first live stream I've actually done on this channel. Well, yeah, so there you go. First Auto 2 live stream. So how is everyone? How is everyone with all the craziness? I'll have a bit of a talk about that later, maybe. Obviously, we have to center ourselves. Nomi and Bell's World, hello from Melbourne. How you going? I hope you saw our gnome special on the Australia Tartaria. And there's a gnome world down in, where is it? Busselton or down south somewhere. So I'm going to have to go and check that out. Hippie Shake, hello, welcome. Wade, hello. Anne, hello. Did I say hello to you? Oh, thank you. So are you, Anne. Thank you. Look at all these amazing people, all loud and clear. Thank you, Com. All right. I actually just, yeah, I was looking when I was getting these pictures together. I saw, came across our old file, Com, from our chat that we last had. So, because of course, if you didn't know, Com is a Starfort expert. And what we're going to be looking at today is some Starfort photos. Well, they're not. They're to do with Starforts, and it's actually from a chat I had about 2 years ago, I think. 1.5, 2 years ago. And it was with, oh gosh, I've forgotten his name. The Bougeman, is that right? Bougeman? Victor the Bougeman. And he's no longer on YouTube. He got kicked off, but I saw him on a live stream, and he did a big 2-hour on Tartara, and he was did a big deep dive, and he was going into King Arthur and all types of stuff. So I'm going to have to contact him and get him back on because it was really interesting. But basically, when we chatted last time, we were going through all these really interesting photos. But we'd go through them again because we now sort of have a bigger vision on what maybe these Starforts were and what was going on in the old world. Because obviously it's all got to do with some kind of system, power, and of course that's what they stole, right? They stole the power, literally. They turned the old system off. We didn't get the free power anymore, and then they took the power. Now they want us to vote for the power and all this. So, and of course the world is slowly ending. So I hope wherever you are doing well. And just, you know, just remember, movie. It's all a movie. It's only true, you know, if we help them write the script. You know, we can write a different script and create the world that we want. Who we got here? All private intelligence. Hello, how you going? Thanks for being here. Gift from God. Good rising to you. All righty. So should I get in and a look at some of these pictures, and then we'll come back and have a pay. Now let's see if I've got this sorted out. Okay. 1 minute. I'm getting there. Oh my gosh, what is this? Why don't you show me pictures? Oh, yep, that's cool. Okay. Can you guys see that? All right. Let me make it big. All right. So, yeah, let's just go through these pictures. These are some of the rarer, shall we say, pictures of the past. And as you can see, this is basically pyramids, all flat-topped, all missing their capstones, and all linked up with this big wall or aqueduct or whatever it is. Now, unfortunately, it's not the best resolution when I get in, but you'll see this thing. I've got more photos of it. Does that not look like some kind of reactor? And so we have all these pyramids have doors going into them. And what is going on there? So these may be in a bit of a jumbled order, but I've got more on that. This is just some old world now. Again, got an old world city here, and there's no doubt something significant. Oh, I can't see what it is, but very cool. Got our domes. Oh, look, that's actually a brick dome. Is it? No, maybe not. All right, let's keep going. Okay, so this, that last round pyramid that we saw, and then we get this picture. And as you can see, this is, a side view. This thing's going straight into the ground. We've got water here. We've got some kind of contraption pumping water up and down. And when you look at it on top, it looks like a massive rotor, like a magnetron or something, or some kind of rotor, right? Engine that spins. Even got, are they magnets, different colors, got a horseshoe, who knows, right? And this is what's inside this building. And we've all seen these round, oops, let me see if I can find one. I'm just going to jump ahead here. Oh, God, I should have organized these, shouldn't I? Well, that one there. So we've got these things, right, everywhere. Well, that's a star fort, right? That's one of the roundy ones. But we've also got these. See this? This one's, I think, where's this? The UK. And these are like round, they're called forts. They're like, but they're round. But how similar is that? Sorry, don't look. Might frazzle your brain. To this. Is this what all these things are? These like massive machines, and a lot more machine-like than we're thinking, because we seem to be thinking a lot sort of circuit board and electricity, but obviously we got the steampunk component as well. Now this is, I think this is Paris, is it? Don't know, but look at this photo or picture. Look at these. These are all these like satellite stars, right? See them? All the way around here and up on the hill here. Look at them all. And then, of course, massive star city in the middle here with all the cathedrals and everything. And the big canal going through, of course. So clearly some kind of interconnected city. Now, what's this? Do you think this is the farm, maybe? Is this where they were growing food? Vincent, is that vines? Oh, is it all different? Maybe it's a vineyard. I don't know, but it looks some kind of garden. And even out here, there's, it's just, very intricate. I'm not sure the date. I don't have the date for this, but obviously, we'd be talking 1700s at least. And look how built out and intricate it is. I mean, we just can't do that. This is just to show you another these round towers are everywhere, right? Are they machines? Are some of them big machines? There's a better photo. And some of them terminals for airships. Who knows? And this is the kind of stuff, like these are all, I think this is a component within a star city. Can anyone read this? Is that German? Die Ortszug section. Anyone? German? Anyone? No? But look at this, right? Again, gardens. We've got the big courthouse or building with courtyards in the middle. They've all got something like a fountain in there. And we've got fractal gardens. And look at the shapes, look at the design, this, how purposeful the walls are. And is that a crown at the top? Pyramids here. So, probably some kind of machine, part of the machine. Looks like a labyrinth, which again is at an antenna, part of a circuit. So they were doing stuff different back in the old world. And this was to show how this old world city, and this is the citadel, the star, but doesn't it look like cells? Like that looks like a cell. And even this, it looks like, human cells a bit. I mean, obviously the red color helps, but I don't know. What do you think? Especially that bit there, right? Because all this seems to be based. It seems to be like based on nature, right? Just observing and repeating nature. That's what this whole system seems to be based on. Villa French, some villa in France. But look at this spire. And again, sorry, some of these pictures are a bit small. But what do you think that is? Look at this wall height here. Like the whole thing is raised up off, I don't know. It's hard to see. It looks like, yeah, that goes downwards. Don't know. And then look, another massive spire here. So, we've got our Star Force, but when there's all these other different things. What's this? Le Trouve Daughter, someone's home. Big tower. Looks like it's a bit dilapidated. So what do you think that was? Airships maybe, but sitting on a star fort. So there we go. Oh. Look at the size of this wall, and we see this a lot. And I've got some other photos. I really do need to do something on this. Are these the foundations? Because these things we see a lot. All these buildings, we sort of say, how far down do they go? They all seem to be sitting on these massive foundations. I mean, in entire cities, like look at France, right? They all seem to be. So I'm wondering if their foundations are these. If this is like a big solid platform, twice the size, 3 times, 4 times the size of the building, and that's why they're earthquake proof and everything. Well, this tower wasn't, but I don't know. And look at the size of that building. And down here we've got what looks like a 1-story castle. And it just looks like nothing compared to this. Orchard, I don't know, but just stuff that we don't even really imagine these days. Oh, what's he got here? See, I haven't even checked this. This is the mound builders. Currently laid our military fortification around the mound builders country. Oh, there you go. I think Jeff Bezos made this as his star fort. What do you think? But you can see the boundary here. This is part of star fort. I'm guessing, is that, yeah, Murray. So this is C. Yeah. Now, got to remember what we're looking at, because Victor went through most of these, and there were interesting bits like this. Is this some kind of communication, right? Communication. What's going on here? And you can see it stops there. Is this, and this is water by the looks of it. So were they also communicating maybe through these towers? So there's all these little bits. All these little bits Fort Sullivan. This one had, I think, well, apart from a very cool plan of the platform, there you go, another platform that they built on top of. Long Island. Okay, down here, look at this. Are they... Yeah, okay, so this is the scene. Look, these are all attacking this star fort. Sullivan's Fort. And then there's a big bridge here going across to the Rebels camp. Oh my God. It's like Star Wars. The bridge of... Oh God, I can't read that. But yeah, right. Fighting the old world. Look at this one. Now, does that look machine-like? You know, what were these things? Are these different magnetic poles, maybe? Because that looks like these satellite star forts that we see. But definitely, you know, try explaining to me how that one's built for defense. You know, they go into all this rigmarole about how these are built to defend against cannons because of the angles and deflection and all other types of crap. Well, why is this rounded and this straight? Kind of kills the argument. Look at this. This is... It's like it doesn't look like this massive pool goes anywhere, but there's a boat in there and a little castle and someone fishing. Look at this building. And it's a star fort, of course. And look, it's got gardens in there, like almost like forests. Massive levels. Is this what was going on? And what are these? I mean, that looks... And lots of dancing. Lots of dancing. So there you go. That's a good star fort pick, that one, isn't it? Now this again, this is showing like communication lines. See, we've got these red coming in. The fort of Montalban. And what are all these lines that come down here and connect to this? Another fort. And here, this looks like the wall, maybe. But you know, is this communications? It's a bit hard to read, but you know, how technical were they in the old world? And it looks, you know, like they had sort of everything, right? The steampunk and the wireless tech. This is from South America. This one, they just found a little satellite star in the middle of a river, and so they stopped and built a house in it, as you do. I think this is from the same book. It looks like the same star. Now look at this. I mean, this kind of shows you that look, there you go, man-made canals, right? Look at the walls. You've got supports in them and everything. You know, are all canals built like this? Because that's a lot of work. How did they even do this? Because look at this canal. Is that a canal or a wall? What do you think? Seems to go from river to river, but it seems to be very close to the ocean, doesn't it? But you can see it's coming out of this river and into this river or inlet. And there's a castle on a star in the ocean. Why not? But look at that canal. I mean, and so it's definitely it must have to do with ley lines, because why wouldn't they have just gone straight across here? Weird. And look, these other rivers run through it. I don't even know what that is. Russian? Somewhere in Russia. Canalis latigenus. There you go. Whoa. That's very technical. Look at these lines. So again, all these stars were connected. All these cities. You know, it looks like a train line, but I don't think it is. I don't know what that is. 8 kilometers. Lines in metric. But there you go. Like, this is what they're building through. Look at the topography there. So they were pretty good at what they were doing. More stars. Look how they sort of fit them in. Like, what? How did they get the shape? So I was listening to a show, and they were talking about like how to find energy spots, and they were talking about you just get animals, right? I think we've seen that one. Cats. Watch where cats sit in your house, and that's the best energy point. And with cattle and sheep and things on land, they'll all huddle where the energy points are. This is a cutout of a book, but you can see this, whatever this is, machine thing. See, we don't know how much, they have destroyed, right? Because we still do get stuff like this. But how much of this was there out there? Because that, I mean, that's a machine, right? Well, I mean, it just looks like these should all be turning. Doesn't it? I mean, come on. That is Deal Castle. What's the Deal Castle? Jakarta? Van Jakarta? Does that mean it's in South Africa? But that's, what do you think? So more, stars in lakes with castles on them. And it's the fortification, of course. I mean, it doesn't even make sense. And look at this thing. They're all going into a hill, and look what's coming out the top, an obelisk. So is that a building, an old temple? Because when you look at the pyramids they find in South America, I think all of them, when they found them, were covered. They were literally just mounds, right? And that's where we get the mound builders from. But then they uncover them, and there's full stone pyramids under there. And this is just them dividing up into, trying to make it a fort, and they put their little rooms in there, put their flags on the top, hang their cannons out. What are cannons? I saw a bit of Dustin's show today, Berserker Bear, and he was talking about Greek fire, and that cannons may have been shooting Greek fire because, what are cannons, right? Cannonballs, that don't make sense. Only invented so they could explain star forts, maybe. Look at this one again, and you can see next to it, I didn't get the whole shot. There's another component here. Is that a machine? Because why would you build a fort like that? I mean, you can't explain a circle as defensive. What do you reckon? Piece of mining equipment? Look at this. Straight into the ground by like, it's half the building at least in the ground. But look at this. Very mining machine like these big scoops with the buckets on them. Is that how they were making all these canals? Who knows? This is more of a side cut on one of those round machine-like buildings. I mean, it's very, look, it's got an inner core to it. This almost looks like a piston that's been cut, like a see-through view. And that's one of these round fort tower castle things. So I'll post these pictures on Telegram over the next few days too, if you want to check them out. And if you haven't joined Telegram, the link should be below. Come and join us somewhere we can, share info, but also meet up with, people in your area, hopefully, and create groups. This is the top view. So, maybe that last one was a top view, but top view, look at this, looking down onto this. Look at it. What is that? And another one. So this, yeah, this would be like the half sort of top view. So maybe that wasn't a big mining bucket thing. It was some other kind of tech, right? I mean, just look at that, you know, apart from the ladders, right? It looks like the stuff you see in James Bond, right? These underground, you know, bunker things that the super criminals have. I mean, look at this one. What do we think going on here? And look, isn't this interesting that this half is cut in the middle? This is rounded, and this is round, and this is jagged, and this is. And see how it's like it's been split down the middle, polar opposites or something. I mean, what? So how much of these stars have been, you know, were they all like this? Did they all have these on the top, like features like this? I mean, look at this stuff. This looks like a city, you know, like, I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's sort of 6 stories to there, you know, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 stories in the belfry, which is giving off some kind of smoke. See? Bit from the bottom, bit from the top. So I don't know. What do you think? Let me see what everyone thinks. I think I've got a few of these pictures. How do I stop sharing? I don't know. Hang on. God, there. That one. All right. What does everyone think about that? 17. Oh. Telegram asked my phone number. Oh, well, that's too bad, David. We have truly de-evolved. I mean, yeah, that stuff's like another level above what we're looking at. So it's like the further you go back, the more high-tech it gets. But was it really just that they've done a much better job than we thought of scraping all the tech clean? You know, how do they draw with this? Yeah, you're right, with the quill and ink. That definitely looks printed, doesn't it? And a lot of the old pictures, they look like dot matrix or something. Star thoughts could be where the stars in the sky and entered into the pineal gland. Yeah, there are quotes of stars falling. I'm not sure if anyone's mapped yet. I think a few people have had a go mapping the stars to star maps. But I don't know. I think that they're more to do, and who knows? Do the ley lines mirror the sky? We don't know, but I think that's more to do with energy lines and ley lines. We see crop circles, right? If you've seen the video when crop circles get made, it's literally like a sprite, like a little glowing balls that you see flying around. And they just go out and fly around, and they create, and then they disappear, and there's a crop circle there. And circles obviously are very geometric, and they look like star forts. So is that even how they built them? Did they just go around and when they found a crop circle, they just drew it down, copied it, and built a big star on top of it? You know, but I think it's to do with Earth energies, is what I think. It looks very high tech, doesn't it? 6 a.m. in Toronto. Ooh, it's 7:30 p.m. here in Perth, Australia. Factories, they look like some kind of big factory. I've got some pics on that too. So, Salty Patriot, it did. It looked salty. Worldly, hello. Gift from God. Psychedelic prawn crumpets. Hello, another Perthite. Star thoughts. Tommy can't sleep. Oh my gosh. Oh God, I thought I got to the bottom. Oh, okay. Frequency, as above, so below. And hello, the one at the Statue of Liberty is 11 pointed. Yeah, that's got like the sort of double points on the sides. 11, right? Is Paul in the house? The doors, the twin pillars, Joaquin, Boaz, Janus, Mab, hello from Holland. How you going? Oh, construction management. Can you give us? He wants to build one. Can you Can you build us one? Construction management. You seem to have the right qualifications. Can you tell us how they worked? What are they? How did they build them? Oh, best I can think of is a giant river around making a hero's fountain siphon to generate hydroelectric. Okay. Yeah, well, that's the thing. When you see them with all these like machinery bits, they look different. I was thinking that they, I was talking with Bernie and Mike, and we were putting out the theory that maybe it was salt water. Salt water was used as a battery, literally. I don't know, they call them batteries, and it was a battery with a like scalar wave. That's how they make batteries, right? A workshop or worship. I've caught up. Hello, Vividness. How you going? Hello, Henry. Las Vegas. Oh, keep your money in your pocket. I can't rule out that the stars. Not saying that they did, but there is good evidence for it, as in multiplied. Like, do you mean like in time there were less stars? Is that what you mean, Com? Because I was thinking, they say we come from the stars and we're stardust. Like, is there as many stars as there are people on down here? Right? Are they all reflections? Are they the place that our silver cord goes to? Maybe. Who knows? This is the thing. We don't know much out. We're not allowed access of anything out of the realm, are we? Hello, Callisto Fried. How you going, Brian? Ant DM. Hello, Faye Scotland. Faye the fairy. Yes, the fairies, the little people. It's all old technology. Recycle all useful materials and metals. Yeah. Were they found, not working? Yeah, everyone just scavenged from them. I mean, apparently they did that to the pyramids, right? That's what they tell us. Trying to knock down a star fort with a cannonball. You think that they'd come up with a better weapon? I mean, with a star fort, you'd be better to just do siege warfare, try and get up over the walls. What's 100 cannonballs going to do? It's not going to break the wall down. Hello, Lawnmower Man. Desalination, yeah. Well, they are all on the coast, aren't they? Good point. They desalinating the salt water, turning into fresh water. Hello. Danelle Meyer. I've seen some make both salt and fresh water. Oh, both in the same cells. I mean, yeah, because the thing is, fresh water is dielectric. Is that right? Non-magnetic, and salt water is the opposite. Electric. Is that what it's called? So variance. Yeah, it could be. Hey, LC King Lucas, how you going? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Hello from Little Rock, Arkansas, is it? Little Rock? No, Arkansas. AM. Hello. Oh. The Scandemic plan was submitted by Rockefeller Foundation called Lockstep. That's correct. In 2018, 2019. Yep. There. Yep. Exactly. All that. Nothing new under the sun. They grew naturally like flowers. Oh, okay. The stars. This is the stars. Grew naturally like flowers. So I've multiplied like, yeah. Well, I mean, we just don't know what stars are, right? Is there water above? And then what are the stars floating in there? And if they are, why are they fixed positions? Or are they? I mean, some obviously are horoscopes. We will know soon. We will get access to more information soon. If we could figure it out, some of this tech would be happy to collaborate and incorporate it into a small device. Definitely. And we are working on things like this as well. Coffee break. There's lots of going on in community, trying to get land, trying to get all this stuff, and when that would be, and we get a bit of facilities, this is what we need to do: is start trying to rebuild the tech from how it worked, get free energy devices, start building stuff, work it all out. Yeah, there's lots of Colm. Yes, Colm channel. Check it out. Colm Gibney. Go and subscribe, like, leave nice comments, all that kind of stuff. Sam Carroll, hello. Don't keep us in suspenders, Sam. Where are you from? In New York, Battery Park. Yeah, Battery Park used to be a star fort. I think I've actually got a picture coming up, so we'll have a look at that as well. And obviously, Statue of Liberty is on, and that the other islands. I think there's another 2 islands that are star forts, and then bits coming out from the mainland. There was also a wall, like a Star City wall, that went straight through the middle much of what is now New York. So definitely an old world city. Thank you, Anne. You look beautiful too. Nothing new under the sun. Oh, very interesting. Changing the spell. Stars definitely are what NASA tell us. No, I don't think they are what NASA tell us. Definitely not. And planets and, all this kind of stuff. Who saw the latest EWA? That was pretty cool. Interesting old myth says that great humans beam stars. Maybe that's the beginning. Maybe that's where we're going. Maybe we become stars. I hope it's interesting. The watchers, are they sitting up there watching us? I mean, what are these stars? What are they doing? What are they doing? They seem to be, intelligent, or, so can have frequency and things. Water key, ancient forts, our God's way of populating the earth. Definitely water. Water carries the current, right? The current. And then they also, if that's linked to the power, they took the power, then they turned that into currency, right? They key their money system, fiat, and all this stuff. Plane drifter, hello. Nothing new under the sun, but the BS is having a frenzy. I agree. Sydney, how you going? Thank you. I have been pretty busy. I've got some stuff coming up. Doing a recording with Kel. We've got some more stuff coming up. Atari Australia. I'm going on Santos Bonacci on Thursday. So that'll probably be up Thursday or Friday. It's an astrotheology channel. So that should be fun. And done a few other interviews, got some more coming up. So it's all happening. Oh, thank you, Rob. Yes, please give me a like, guys. And also make sure you subscribe, hit the bell, and let me know if you've been unsubscribed, because I'm just about to hit, I'll have to check, but I'm just about to hit like, I think 40,000 subscribers on my big channel, on my main channel, and almost 22,000 on this channel. But my main channel, I've been 36,000, or no, I'm just about to hit 37,000. I've been under 36,000 for like 4 months, and every month it tells me I'm getting at least 1,500 new subscribers. But 4 times 1,500 is 6,000, but I haven't cracked more than like 500. It's just so, I don't know what's going on. Let me know if you've been but it's probably just them playing with numbers, no doubt. Hello, Christine. Yes, yes, it shall be fun. Have a chat. He's of course doing lots and lots of work getting his syncretism party up and running. So hopefully he'll offer me a free ticket and a free week in Mexico at the Syncretism Society. That would be nice. And it would be fun trying to get there. Musculus, yeah. Relearning our positive intent and ability to manipulate crystals. Yeah, well, yeah. What is sky ice, right? Does it respond to us somehow? Oh, thank you, Bruce. It'll be fun. It will. I've also done a couple of chats with Sasha Stone, Mr. Controversial. Sasha's been really good, really fun, learning lots, but they're not, I don't know if they're up on YouTube or anything like that. Patricia, saw you there, Patricia. Where are you? I'm running away. There you are. Thank you. Hello, Patricia. Welcome. Sammy Rogers, Christine, and hello. Mr. Brees. One time UAP did the math, said he should have really. It's probably, I wouldn't put it. I mean, my main channel, Auto 1, has been, I think I hit like 30. It must have been the start, I think I was 35,000 at like the start of the year. And it's like all year to get 2,000 subs, apparently, but apparently I get 1,500 a month. So it's just a crock of crap. And of course, they just, along with that is, they're taking all our ad revenue, man. They're stealing from us. Syncretism, yeah. I would love to start a school. I just need all the teachers because, Santos did mention that he's got schools starting up in, I think they've got 2 other ones that are starting up. So, yeah. Who knows? I'm just riding the waves at the moment. It's too hard to. It's very easy to manifest stuff at the moment, but it's just going so quickly that I'm going with the flow, seeing what pops up, and go with your gut, basically, because everything's falling apart, and we're rebuilding the new earth right now with our intention, with our choices. If it pops up, you're going to take that chance and trust to take a chance on a new business, a new lifestyle, and getting out of the cities, or you're going to be held back and stay in safety. What if? Because I'd be running because the system is about to implode. It's only numbers. Yes. Hello, Liz. How you going? I agree. I just would like them to give me my ad revenue. Mind too much how many they're telling me. Is really about more people seeing the information is what it's all about. This summer I was in Amhertsburg, Ontario, on the Detroit River. There's a 4-pointed star. Nice. Gated, of course. Well, if you can get back there, get us some photos, maybe get a drone. Just hopefully the military won't shoot it down, but there definitely were a lot up on the rivers, up sort of way, northern USA, Canada, definitely, and of course Nuremberg, up on the USA coast. I've never my face before, really. Twiller Singer, hello. Oh, lucky you. My face is everywhere. Hello. A lot of the videos I do, like the shorter ones, I don't show my face, but on all the lives I do, and all my with Kelly, Australia Tartaria. So check that out. Now, Hunt for the Crystal City. Worthless come on, animations aren't worthless. Speaking of crystal sky ice, look up ocean stones. Picture stones. Okay, never heard of that. What is that? Oh, Patricia, 5 a.m. Oh, there you go. Thank you for spending your morning with us. I have to put my coffee voice on, right? I'll have you. There you go. And thank you for joining us on this brilliant sunny morning. And Patricia is, because it's nighttime here. Actually, when I started, there was light, and now it's completely dark. So it's 10 to 8 over here. So let's let me get through the rest of these pics. Scenes. That's really what I'm supposed to be doing. I think. Therefore, I am. All right. There we go. Did we see that one? We did. Okay. Again, I mean, now this one, does that look like a piston? All right, look at this. Does that look like a piston? And look at this. Does that look like it's like a boxer engine, right? Flat pistons, but just going in different directions. I mean that's what it looks like to me. I don't know. What do you think? It definitely looks machine-like. So it's these, and how big were the people that built them? Were these? I mean, we see them as these huge structures. They may not have been that huge to the people who built them. Now, this one got the river going straight through the middle of it. I guess that's the river path, maybe. Perfect star, but look at this outer circle. It's a big wall, right, with all these satellites on it. So is this what they all used to be like? Because we get these stars and star cities, and then all these remnants, were they all connected by walls at some point? Because, of course, there's all that stuff in Russia, all those really long walls, I think they are, at least earthen walls. I mean, look at this stuff. This is the planet, and they're calling it a fort, of course. I don't even know what to say about that one. What is that? Look at it. It's just, looks like a big weapon about to shoot this town. And of course, look at this. It's all perfectly lined up, and then straight down the middle street of this Star City, all walled in. What is that? Wireless energy. It looks very big compared, if this is, well, these are gardens, but it looks at the fractal gardens, and we know how big they are. And look at the size of this machine thing, star thing, whatever it is. Thing from another world, another realm, another bubble. Are they cannons? I mean, these. Look at this building. Look at it. It's literally. It looks like it's out of a science fiction movie. I wish I had bigger. Most of these are cuts from books, so that's why they don't have the best pixel rating. Is that what I say? So I wish I could read them a bit more, but no doubt it's all been changed, to emulate war. But again, we get these, all these lines. Are these signals coming off? They seem to be coming off these points. I mean, it definitely doesn't look like, a star fort, right? Or a fort built for war. Look at it. And on the water, I think. Look at this thing. Mad. I mean, again, these lines. Are they communication lines? I mean, this looks like a spark rotor arm, right? like you find in a distributor. I don't know. It just looks very machine-like. In these pics, they look a lot more machine-like than frequency-like. I mean, these just look like hotels. I mean, look at the size of this thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stories, 7 stories in the top, and this keeps going up underground. So is this what we're looking at? Are we now seeing this? The top is all this covered, all this, and we just see the tops of some of these towers popping out. Because we just don't know how far down it goes. I mean, look at this stuff. That again looks like a distributor. Are these magnets? Got the cut here. Is that? I mean, even this, the way it's shaped there, looks like a dizzy, mate. And look at the size of it. Massive core in the middle, like a piston popping out of the ground, or a magnetron. Who knows? I mean, I think is that a different level? don't know, it looks a bit like there's more of this building, but yeah, what's that, right? Got this hallway. Is that where it lets out sparks or charge or something, or it comes in, or differential? Who knows? But this is the problem. We can't get access to look at any of this stuff. I don't know what that is. That looks like a bird. Now look, are these cogs? This looks like a cog, right? It looks like it's got bits coming out, like it's turning. Now I don't know what this stuff is, but I mean, is that a conveyor belt? And it goes under a cover. These are just wheels, you know, that turn to keep it on tense, and there's no wheel there. Who knows why? But I don't know. Is it a machine? Is that's turning? And of course, all these lines again. Just see how they seem to be coming from these dots. Maybe not. The fort on the island of Pigeon, and that's why it looks like a pigeon. How interesting! And look at what's this? I don't know. I mean, what? And are these all underground? Is stuff like this all underground, all under these stars? So these are obviously cross sections. So if we're looking on top of, I don't know, we're looking at this thing. Oh my gosh, look at it. Big corkscrew. So, I mean, they'll probably try and tell us their stairs, but I doubt it. Look at this one. If that was turning, they use things like this. They're like called water screws. You can actually put water upwards using these. Is that what Is that what they were doing? And then different, the top view, right? It's got all these different components on different levels as you go down, like a big machine. It just looks so. This looks very Star Wars to me. This is, what was going on underneath. And we see this everywhere, right? All these catacombs, but looks like this is under a star fort. And that actually looks like the red brick buildings you see, the citadels. But, look, I mean, what? Fort tournaments, relics, forts. I mean, look at this. Now, why would you build a round fort? Look, they're all on man-made foundations in the ocean, right? So how do they build that? Or were these built before, when this was dry land and the oceans come in? Because they look like machines. There's no, like, they're just sitting ducks as far as forts. The ships can literally sit where this is and just shoot cannons at them. Or Greek fire, maybe, who knows? But water forts are just a silly story. And of course, this is what was going on inside. It's a machine. Section of the vertical of the forts. Right? Yeah, fort. Look at this. Is that a ghost? Look at this. So yeah, is this some kind of pump? Is it desalination maybe? Is that all it was, or is it more than that? I would say that they were multi-purpose, whatever they were. This is the land of Moria in Jerusalem. And again, it's a star city. Interesting. Terala, another like satellite star. Absalom's pillar. What's that? Relay station maybe? And then up here, look at this network of stars, or little citadels, or like the satellite stars, all interconnected. So there. That's a hole in a wall. I think this is to show you that, we see these everywhere, right, in the sides of towers, and we're told they're for archers. Archers could shoot arrows out of them and couldn't get shot. But can you see this arch? And can you see this arch? That's actually a filled-in window. Now, if that's a filled-in window, this has been put in there on purpose. So there you go, right? To give us the illusion that they just, towers for archers. Look at that. This goes right through the wall, this tunnel. And look, again, an archway up here. What have they filled in there? Just it's a planet of anomalies. Again, look at these holes. This is all inside, massive, thick starfort walls. And of course, if it was for defense, why would you have buildings up against the walls everywhere and full of buildings? Unless it was all artillery and military, but it's not, and we know that. Drainage system in what looks like part of a starfort. So again, water. Yep. I think this is a different place for this hole. This obviously had some work done on it. But yeah, straight through the wall, and then wooden shutters, little windows. Like there's probably houses in there, big window there. So are they even really walls, or are they just ancient apartment buildings? We don't know what we're looking at, really. Well, Brontosaurus, is it? Eating a person. I thought they were vegetarians. And cannons. Okay, so we know that's false. Clearly, dinosaur, but cannons and cannonballs. So that's all been refacaded, and they even put their little face up there. Which shows what they can do. This could be an ancient old archway, and they just completely cover the lot and just give it a new look. Yeah. So these are people. All right. So to give you some perspective of the size of this thing, it looks like a massive reactor of some kind. I don't know what this is. A coin, some kind of symbol, very large one. Twin Towers, kind of. What is this? Oh, it's a fort. Phew. They've got cannons there, so crisis averted, guys. It's a fort. We've got a cannon. It's all good. It's all good. All right. Thank you, mainstream. Yeah, look at this, right? This is like the citadels that we see. Right? The red brick citadels in the middle of all the star forts. Completely buried. And you can see there's more out here. So we don't know what's out there. You can imagine if this was filled in, all you would see would these two little, ruined buildings. When in reality, this whole area must be a massive star. Just buried. Looks like they found out though, and they're mining it. Oh, look at that. Is that a chimney coming out of the ground? Look at that. All right, what is under there? What are we walking on? That just looks so much like a distributor. It's ridiculous. Yes. More starfort walls. No, all these lines everywhere. Wish I could read this stuff. All right, we'll get through a few more. Then we'll have a chat. This is painting, obviously, underneath the starfort. Look at this. What's this? Big brass boiler. And look, all the way down, what are these? What do you think? Lots of them. Is this part of the old machinery? If this star was a machine, is that part of the piping, part of something that they could reuse? Yeah, here's another one of these rounded forts, and obviously this one's been buried. This is what's sticking out the top. So what do you think? Huge machine, much more underground. They leave them buried so that we can't see what's under there. This looking much like a circuit. And this, no doubt, chariot race is a circuit. People run around there. I mean, there's probably another one under there. The plan of the Fort of Detroit, a square one. There you go. So they're not all stars. We get round, we get square, we get stars. The Canal Royal, Languedoc. Ecluse, right? I don't know what that says, but look at this for machinery, right? Looks like, are these the canals running this way and this is underneath the ground? Is that what's going on? Some kind of holding tank. And look, underground, right? All these tunnels made out of brick that we see everywhere. I'm not even sure what's going on with this picture. A lot of French stuff. Cannons. He's got his cannon. And they're just blowing balls out at people. There we go. Oh, look at that. They're on fire. Charge, right? Charge. Charge of electricity. Attacking a star city. But they say they can't win because star forts are built to defend against cannons. So, there you go. Oh. Now these, what are these shooting? What we're told are cannons. This looks like light coming out, and they look like these two are shooting on the same ring. Excuse me. So I'm not sure what's going on there. Explosions popping up everywhere, but look at this. Like, are these like, is it sound weapons? What do you think? Again, like all this. Now these aren't cannonballs. This is fire. And again, I think there too. So is this Greek fire, the cannonball? But the cannons don't make sense. There's a nice shot. That might actually be New York, maybe. Don't know. Obviously a drawing. Well, this is part of a map. I mean, got some machine up here on the cliff. Looks like a switch, doesn't it? The on-off switch. Look at this tower. Well, it's not letting me zoom on that one. All right, gosh, there's lots of pics here, isn't there? I'll see if there's any more interesting. Lots of diagrams. Just really just to show you these. I mean, look at this. These are not. These are much more than even we think they are. I think all the satellites, how they look like they're being shot out, almost, don't they? I mean, what does it say? Plan of the Apollon. I mean, what could that be? Probably just harnesses good energy or something. Who knows? More of these lines going underground, connecting things up, pipes, tunnels. out to these funny shaped stars. We've got a circle here. Look at this. Triangle, circle, kidneys. Another one out here. I mean, what is all this? It's definitely looking componenty, isn't it? Like it's all parts of a big, I don't know, machine. Look at that. And of course, this shape, we see it in all over castles and cathedrals. Like the 3-leaf clover shape. It's also very similar to Ed Leeds Scarlin's device with his flywheel. He has this kind of a shape. So definitely looking, and look at the size of that thing. These are massive walls. These are houses. What? And this is how they got the cannonballs into the cannons, right? Easy things to do. And this looks like this is all underground, all this red stuff. This is built on top. So this is the tunnels of communications. But again, doesn't this look like an engine? These pistons that, I don't know, move somehow, pump water maybe. Who knows? I don't know much, do I? Again, the Grand Project Fortress on the Isle of Sigone. Is it how I say that? Sigone Luna? Is it the moon? But anyway, look at the place Dam. So I don't know, but no doubt they'd turn that just into something for the elite, concert hall or something. But clearly not. Okay. Okay. So this is showing the line of star forts. Here we've got a star fort in Holst, the citadel, and then we've got the wall with all these forts all the way along it. Another one there. And even out here this way. It goes out to another star city, and then another one, another wall in here, another star city. So this thing is like, look at this, all connected up. Another one out here, and walls. Another one. So massive connected infrastructure. Oh, excuse me, and I'm yawning. What is that? Man-made canal. So there was a lot of work going on. A lot of people digging lots of holes. Here again, look at this. We've got like the towns. Arnhem, blah, blah, blah. And then the walls, and all along the walls, there's just these satellite star things everywhere. Oh. And then you have your towns joined up to it as well. Because, they look like the star cities. And all along the rivers here, look at this. So that sort of shows you a bit of, how the layout would have been back in the old days, right? All connected, all one circuit, all these star motors everywhere, whatever they were doing. Yeah, are they, I don't know, gas chamber things, for holding gas, pistons? Who knows? It definitely looks like it should be spinning, doesn't it? And here we've got like a spark point kind of thing. Just crazy. And another one of these round pyramids sitting on top of a dome. So again, what is this? Some kind of reactor? And that's what it looked like. And it does look like it's made of brick. But again, who drew this? Right, with an inkwell and a quill. I think we've seen that one. Whoops. Oh, wow, look at that. Hollow inside this. Oh, look at that. Perfect star on top. And then it's hollow. And it looks like there's a tunnel going out that way too, out here. Stairs to get down there. That's very James Bond villain, isn't it? More stars, all connected, all big networks. You know, random castles in the ocean. Why not? Let's build everything in the hardest place possible. Let's do that. Star cities, it's just the same over and over and over again. And here, look at one of these other round, funny ones. Are these giants? Now, this is interesting because here we have the Star City with the walls. Here we have our cathedral, of course. And look, is it sending out signals? What do you think? Christians, Kliberat, I don't know what that means. Citadel. Another one. And I think that's it. Oh, wow, we've come to the end. All right. There's a few pictures there, wasn't there? God. Let me do all this stuff. All right. Oh, Christine, you've been up on the screen all that time. All right. What do you think, guys? Somebody told you. Hello, no one. Yeah, it's pretty interesting stuff. So this is the thing. Do we think this is all machinery, or those pictures kind of change the view, right? That we've sort of got on these stars as being, all about frequency and fractals and water and stuff. It looks like they were actual turning machines as well. Yes, wheelie, Anne, wheelie. I can see you. I can see you. I'm actually closer to Gainesville. Well, there you go. Don't gain too much in Gainesville. Excuse me. Now, how long have I been talking? Oh my, already been an hour. You can tell there were multiple star forts down by Fort Matanzas. Google Erig. We find Google Erig. I think it means Google Earth. Land or land gauge, maybe local area network. Very nice. Local area network. The gauge and that change them around, right? Gauge. Very nice. No one. Starseeds, Blu-rays born. Blu-rays born 45 to 69, Indigos 70s and 80s, Rainbow Children 90s, and Naughty Children, and the Naughties. Christian Children, Crystal. Children born now. Well, that sounds painful. Yeah. That makes me an indigo, does it? There you go. It mean I'm purple. Does that mean I'm a Luminumi? Hey. The moon is the port. The port of what? The moon is see-through. And it disappears once a month. That would have taken a lot of time. Yeah, I see. It just looks like there was a mass building effort going on for centuries because it's all infinite. It's like it had to be built as a guy. You can't sort of build something like that and add on and add on and tack it on and tack it on. It's sort of got to be one. I mean, was it all here? Is this part of did this realm come with its own free energy supply? I mean, There's just so much work gone in there. So much work. Pure aquatic copper, Magdalene RH negative blood. Our blood is copper and we're based to any of the G4 primates on Earth. I thought our blood was iron. Isn't that why it's red? Isn't blue blood copper? I thought it was blue bloods and Magdalene RH negative. Now, so you're talking about the bloodline from Mary Magdalene. So I don't know what blood I am. I think B is a good blood type because it's always good to be positive. And Kelly is a blue. Just put your disc in. What does that mean? You're a Blu-ray. Is the moon jamming the tech signals? Well, I mean, what moon? It seems to disappear. We've got photos where you can see stars through it. All this stuff's there. We just need access to get the info. Much info on stuff. What here town is called 96, and the zip code is, oh gosh, get out. How you going, Three Fingers? Free energy with water. Yeah, it's definitely got to be connected with water. The whole current, the language, right? The current currency. Blood is really blue to okay until oxygen hits it, then it turns red. So we're the blue bloods. We're the coppers. So what? We're spoiled. Nothing new under the local sun. How about the stars grew like flowers a very long time ago? Then a civilization came like bees and built. Then we came along and tried to destroy it all. Well, not us, Com. We don't try to destroy it. It's all these other psychopaths that walk around looking like humans. So the stars grew like flowers. Then a civilization came like, and so you mean the star? Oh, okay now. Okay. Sorry, I'd lost it. So you're talking about the stars on the ground are growing like flowers, yes, and you have before, haven't you? Not the stars in the firmament ground. And then bees came and they got built up into beehives, like we see, beehive, all these hill mountain things. Could be, right? Could be. Yesterday, full crescent moon, 4:45 p.m. in East Massachusetts. That's no right. Yeah, the moon's been, strange here. It's been, its movement is all too fast. It's very strange. I don't know what's going on. Bottles holding energy with water and an Adele. That's sort of similar to the Baghdad, which were BC, they say. Red mercury and gold is the secret. Red mercury would amalgamate with gold, and then what does that give you? Apparently, if you amalgamate mercury with sulfur, you get red mercury. Is gold the next one? Because I know there's another step as well. So maybe I need to. Been very busy. I haven't done a chat with Bernie for a while now, so I'm losing my knowledge. Free energy if you plug it into his outlet. There you go. That's thinking for you. But you're in Perth, so don't come and live next door to me. Psychedelic. Yes, very good. It's Alabama. How about y'all? I'm in Perth. How you going? Corona Bologna Persona. Glad to have you here. Behave. Oh God, this computer is very slow. My phone and my computer are so glitchy at the moment. I watch the chart every day, so when people say the stuff, it is very curious to me. The chart of moment outside. What's the chart of moment? Two little fish. Is that like people watching's fun? Or mushrooms, Zode Earth. Look at South Vietnam and Cambodia. Cambodia's where that tower that's still sparking as well, the free energy tower. Glowing things in the sky. Stars, what look like stars are like blinking and then moving around. people are seeing the triangles. There's lots going on. I had a friend who told me, Lisa, are you on, Lisa? She saw a car moving across the sky or a light, and she even said, I can see you, and it stopped. And she said she crapped herself and ran away. So there you go. Talk to these, talk to them, right? Point at them, talk to them, see what happens. Emotion, what is the key to energy of this planet? 70%, 80%, or 70 to 80% of the planet is made of water, and of course, so are we. So are we. It is the current luminaries moving in the zodiac. The sky is moving. Now, I'm not an but apparently Venus is no longer the morning star. Is that right? It's now Mercury or something. All this weird stuff. I just know that that's very strange. Red Mercury is magnetized to gold. Yes, and it is repelled by garlic, and it's invisible mirror. Yeah, so there you go, and it's invisible in the mirror. Yes. So vampire blood, garlic, right? Don't know what happens with steaks if you try and put a steak in it. All right. Seeing blinking stars, the change frequency of the blink and move about. Oh, nice. We have to post it, Kelly. Anyone else who's got any cool footage, free to post stuff in Telegram. We used to point laser objects, yeah. Oh, that you're only seeing. Is that like what Stephen Greer does? I know they do sort of stuff like that. Mushrooms, Amoria, Amoret Marie, Amork, Egyptian pyramid and temples, the desert rose. Roseline is their geographical locale. It's negative. The Amorites. And are they like the Maori? I haven't studied blood. I don't know. I am. I'm pretty sure I'm not connected to that, but I mean, this whole RH. All this. The problem with all this information is we've got to believe what other people say because we can't really go on. They don't give us access to the, to their scientific equipment so we can get out. Mercury rose today first, then the sun. Oh, okay, so Mercury is cool. Venus is the evening star right now, and you can see it. So the astrology. I mean, how long's Venus been the morning star? 2,000 years, and now it's not. Now it's Mercury, and of course Mercury, right? Ooh, turns red. Mercury. Maybe maybe we're going back into free energy. Maybe Mercury is the key. What do you think? Red silver in the mirror. No, it's actually a glass jar. You can't see it. It goes invisible. There's two stages. There's another stage. I'm not sure if it's red. Have you guys seen the red Mercury? Yeah. I've got the video. I don't know where it is now, but I can show it again if people want to see it. I can do another live and bring it up. But it's on one of the videos we showed it, and it's also. I think it's also on my show that I did on the Leak project. I think. I don't know. First, computer memory. Yeah, exactly. Long tubes. Yep, that's true. Simplicity doesn't need complicate to glamorize its effectiveness. Back to basics. We got too much crap. We got to get rid of crap. Complain about not having enough. Reading enough money. There's never enough to go around. But most of these people's houses are full of crap that they don't need. They're going out and spending money on it. It sits around for a year and then it can bin. So I think smaller houses too. You get to heat the thing and cool it, and they're built so that the bills become more than the payment for the house. So definitely more better designed living spaces, smaller, less stuff. If you haven't used something in a month, you probably should give it away. Unless it's seasonal. We've just got to stuff. This consumerism, right? All it does is consume the earth and us. Possessions possess, of course. I think they're batteries. Call them batteries. I think they're multi-purpose. Can't find any good info on RH. I want to know why my mother and father's blood weren't compatible. Yeah, okay. Yeah, because so some RH negative and positive, yeah. Some mothers can have children with a different type, and their body will see a what's it called, like a threat, a foreign object that it needs to get rid of. And now how can that possibly happen? That's kind of proof that our genetics have been messed with in the past. Tell us, how do we prove it? But they tell us we've chromosomes, and of course, we've got one less chromosome than the apes that they tell us we're from. But then when you look at it, they say, well, two of them are fused. Is that genetic manipulation? It's just so many questions. But I think what we're going is we're reliving the past. This is just like when the angels came down, right? The watcher and started, doing experiments on people and all this kind of stuff. It's a weird, weird world. What is it? RH plus RH negative. Yeah, well, so RH positive would win because, it's positive, right? Live in life, RH. I'm RH negative. Yeah, well, there you go. So I've got no idea what I am. Yep, genetics have been manipulated. Looks that way. Oh, there you go, 17. There you go. You're right. Stuff like the platypus is a beaver, and yeah, who knows? That's a weird one, right? But all Australian mammals are actually marsupials. So all pouches, right? We have kangaroos, and there's a pouch, and a lot of them, well, not a lot, but the echidna and the platypus lay eggs, and of course they try and point to this and say, look, see, that proves evolution. But what it proves really, I think, is it looks like the wildlife, fauna in Australia, maps, and Australia looks like it used to be connected to land south of here. Is that what the life is? Is that just a different type of mammal south on the lands that are out wider, and we used to be connected to it, now we're not? Because you get a few of those types of things in Papua New Guinea, but I don't think they're anywhere else. And South America has its own unique, again, llamas and stuff. And yeah, so so many questions. So many questions. My daughter's actually, if she needed shots. Oh. They're all RH negs and cannibals. They're going to announce the Queen's death soon. What's neg? So so neg is saying there's no monkey factor. So they're trying to say that if you're negative, that they can't say that you came from monkey. Or what they came from? Austin, Texas, and you can see Venus right after sunset. Subset. Alison, how are you going? Is it Venus? Because the brightest star in the sky now, apparently, from, like I said, I'm not an astrologer, but I was watching Santos. He showed it. So apparently they've switched. So is it actually Venus you're looking at, Alison? I don't know, but it might be Mercury. The script answers, though, if we would just believe it. Well, yes. Yes and yes, because obviously if we all believe it come true, right? But the scripture is definitely making a lot more sense 2 years than it has, right? It's a lot more practical than rather than they try and tell us it's all about spirits and people sitting on clouds and stuff, but I think it's a lot more practical, and it's multi-layered. It's about lots of things. Interesting book, but of course, written by Freemasons pretty much in the 1600s. More than 500 books removed from it. Of course, they left 66. Lots of questions as well. I have Cyprus, Nicosia. Check it out. Narrative is whacked. How you going? Prophet, a liar. Cool. Cyprus in Nick. I shall have a look. Where is Cyprus? I mean, is Cyprus an island? It is, isn't it? In the Mediterranean. So kind of like Malta area, I think. Bit more east. Active denial system purchased from the Saudis by your SAF. Used on citizens acting up. Active denial. Ooh, well, there you go. I mean, and you know, they love their stories, don't they? I mean, this is the thing, guys. It's all a story. It's all a movie. We don't know, but you know, the problem is repeating it and passing it around and believing it, and makes it. If it doesn't, it just puts people in fear. Everything, guys. The whole narrative. Ignore it. It's all bullshit. It's all lies. It's all by focusing on it. And this is the thing. It's become the narrative, and this is a problem. Like, that's all that anyone ever talks about is what's going on, and you know, with the apple juice and all the lockdowns and all the stuff. But that just means we're all focusing on what they want us to focus. And that's the trap, guys. That's the trap. You know, we need to focus on what we want. We need to step away from their system, call it out for the BS that it is, and start creating our own worlds. And in energy. Everything is energy. If you believe something can get into your mind and program you, well, then it can. But if everything is energy, then you change your thoughts. So if you believe it can't, then it can't. You know, it's exactly the same. The placebo effect. Heal themselves from terminal illness, from having sugar pills. Right? You know, other people have died from you know, when they thought they took poison and things like this. There's a guy who got locked in a room, and he thought that it was sealed of oxygen, and he died. He got locked in there over the weekend. He ended up dying. Notes saying, oh, it's so hard to breathe. Oh, there's no oxygen, this kind of stuff. But the room was full of oxygen. It wasn't sealed. But he thought it was, and he killed himself. He believed it, and he died. So there you go. See, Vallis, how you going? Ohio? Oi, oi. How you going? Tiamat 7. Oh, Tiamat. Fargo, Michigan. Faroe Islands. Scotland. Yeah, Faroe Islands. Yep. Faroe Islands. Well, they're the same, aren't they? The Faroe Islands are just sort of north of Scotland, east of Sweden. Is that right? Faroe, Portugal. I am a Favro from Turin, Italy. Book of the Pharaohs. It's Pharaoh. Well, there you go. That, you know, the PH, right? That's another thing, right? The Phoenicians obviously have PHs and all their phony words. You know, Pharaoh. It's just the spells as well. But yeah, I saw a picture today of massive Egyptian, you know, the sitting down Egyptian sort of sculptures you see in China, and it had hieroglyphs and everything on it. And of course, we know China's full of pyramids. I think Egypt is just a part of the old civilization that they left touched to say, look, this is just one part, and they covered it and smashed it everywhere else, or left it covered up. So, you know, well, hieroglyphs, how we used to talk, communicate, was in our writing, because look at what we've got now. Look at your computer screen. It's covered in little symbols, right? Little squares, little hieroglyphs. We're getting back there because, like I say, a picture, what is it? A picture speaks 1,000 words. You can contain a lot more information picture than you can in a set of letters. So yeah, who knows? Tim Art is the whole, you know. There's hieroglyphs in Australia, Egyptian. There's boomerangs as well, Egypt, and around the world in different crypts and things. According to Starman, it could not have been visible, but there is allegedly was. Sun still visible next to moon. Northern hemisphere, Venus. Isness. Yeah, I'll ask. if I get a chance, I'll ask Santos and Canyon as well. Yes, and of course all the temples, and they've all Egyptian names. Rex has been out there a bit lately from Lake Project. Cursive, yeah, exactly right. Cursive, right? It's a curse because the pen is mightier than the sword, right? And if sword is just words, there's the S from the end and put it at the start. Harmony versus peace. Yeah, right. Yeah, better than peace, that's for sure. Dusk 2020 Jupiter Saturn conjunction 500 billion miles away. Really? And Saturn being small, twice billion miles away. Whoa. Yes, well, that's interesting, isn't it? What about lumens, right? How far can light travel? How far can it travel, right? That there's inverse laws for luminosity, which basically says if it's so many lumens, then in such a distance it will be invisible. You won't be able to see it, and that distance ain't that far, and it's definitely not miles. So, yeah, right. I mean, so many things tell us that the stars aren't billion miles away, and they can't even get that anyway. They keep every 10 years there goes another 10 million miles out. It's all silly. Algarve was Celtic. Algarve? What are they? Agave? Celtic sea salt. Check out the book Irish with the Bible and the Pyramids by Connor. Yeah, okay, yeah, Laurie, hello. Apparently the closest and very close language to Egyptian is where does Martin live? Welsh. Welsh. Yeah. So there's a big link to Egypt, to the Celts, to the Welsh, and of course Welsh is more the language of the UK rather than English. That was introduced as a trade language, and all that kind of stuff. Cool guitar gear. Guitar. Oh my God, I can't read or speak. Cool guitar gear. The reasoning is light has no vacuum, and the light can travel forever, or whatever. And still, hydrogen burns in a vacuum with no atmosphere. Yeah. So this is the problem, right? They'll say it's because it's a vacuum. That's why light can travel infinitely because there's no resistance, right? And you go, oh, it's a vacuum. Okay, so how do we have balls? How do we have rock balls? Because if they're in a vacuum, we only have one ball in the middle, right? That's it. That's it. In a vacuum, you can't have things. You just can't. And you can't have atmosphere next to a vacuum without a barrier. I mean, that's all sort of basic science. So it's, they do NASA, don't they? Binoculars on the moon. It's not. Yeah, I agree. It's not that far. I mean, you're there in a day, but it's not as far as they tell us. Space isn't what they say. No, yeah, it's. This is the whole thing. Is with perspective. Is when you look high and your belief system is the sun's a billion miles away and the moon, stars are trillions of miles away. You do it like that. It does. What you believe does change the way that you see the world. Like literally, your perspective will. You look at it, that you'll have that they are far away. These stars and the sun. But when you change that perception and you understand far away, when you look at them, they seem closer. It's literally the way that we think about it that determines how we. What is my take on the whole Julian calendar? 10 days of. Yeah, I don't know. Is that to do with what reading the Julian calendar? Is it? I hadn't heard that before. But the of darkness. I don't think. If it happens, I don't think they're talking like about going out for 10 days. I think it's going to be more like media blackout. We might lose internet, all media, social media, maybe even power. Who knows? I doubt we'll lose power because if it's being done by someone, if you cut the power off, there goes all the food, right? You cut off refrigeration and stuff. So this is the thing with with Q and all that stuff is my opinion. You know, still, I really hope it all comes true and it works out. But I'm not going to rely on it. You know, we can't rely that it's going to happen, because even if they're trying to make it happen, what if they fail? Got to do what we can to change everything. But saying that, there's a lot of weird stuff going on. The Time magazine has got the Queen on it, and she's a cutout, and everyone else is real. Weird. You know, there's people getting the CEO of Pfizer. Read that was actually on Aussie. What's it called? Aussie, not Aussie speeding. The Aussie law website, YouTube channel. I can't remember. They showed that papers submitted the Supreme Court to bring Daniel Andrews up on treason charges, and they even said that he served. You know, so things are changing. But like I said, we've got to keep work. We can't rely on other people. But things we've already won, and we can't lose one. It's just how it's going to play out, and how long it's going to take, how stubborn we are. Yeah, that's it. They double down on their lies. Yeah, they always do. But they're it's ruining them. It's because it's just exposing them more and more. And what happened is I don't think Orange Man was supposed to get in. I think, you know, because we know they manipulate you know, the ballots, right, results. So I think that they were sure that, you know, Hillary was going to get in 2016, and this is one of the things. How did Trump get in? You know, like seriously, look what just happened. Last one, something weird went on, and I thought they lost 4 years, and that's why this was all supposed to be started in 2016, and they lost 4 years, and so that's so hard to roll it all out in a 2-year time frame instead of 6 years. But if that's true, that means there's a time frame, right? That means there's a point in to get stuff done before. You know, what point? Are we getting close to it? So there's just lots going on. I would say, you know, don't judge too much. Get all the information you can, and just what you want. Where do you want to be in 5 years? Focus on that. Don't give any focus to their stupid ways. You know, don't, you know, pass negative stuff. I mean, I like seeing the protests. You know, I like seeing people, you know, using their standing up in power. That I like that, but. You know, we know what the problems are. We don't need to read it a million times a day. Oh my God, this is in the shot. Oh my God, this is. Oh my God, this man. No, we know that, and the more we focus on it, their agenda. So focus on what you want. Create your own world. You know, create it first in your second in reality, right? 3D world, because everything's created twice. So there you go. At some point, that's what we're getting close to, right? When you got nothing, you got nothing to lose. Now, when people have nothing to lose, it's over. That's when they just start picking up pitchforks for it. Julian, okay. Oh, that have 13. Okay, the lunar moon. It's 28 days, yeah. With the 13th moon, moon sign, star sign, Ophiuchus. Ophiuchus, the man wrestling the serpent, no doubt. Mother Earth goddess worship, drew it pretty strong. Yes, all that stuff. Lizzo, if time is a lie, contracts are void. That's a very good point. I might try that one. You've dated this court. Prove time exists, or bugger off. Maritime law, we sign up agreement. Yep, ship. Exactly right. You go and get your citizen, you know, certification ship means it's corporate. They're going to target our children. Are they? Are they really going to children? How? I mean, this is the thing, right? If you know that they're targeting children, how are they doing it? Are they doing it in schools? Pull your kids out of school. Simple, right? Are they doing it through the jab? Don't get your kids jabbed. Simple. Worry about that. Now you can focus on what you want. Okay, and that helps you as well, right? If it's at school, you have to pull your kids out of school. You have to, right? There is no choice if you have to, because we know what's going on in school. So, and this is just if you do, you have to pull them out. Now that then gives you choices, right? What are you going to do with the kids? How are you going to educate and raise them? Who are they going to be around? You start to build the new world, the new earth. Right? This is what we need. The system just after your kids, they're after you as well, and your wife. They're after everything. So we got to, don't put yourself there. It's just don't. All a choice. It's all a choice. 100% of the time, it's a choice. 100% of the time, it is. That, like this. They're coming after our children. Are they in your house? Are they grabbing? Have they got their hands on your kids right now? Because if they don't, it's imagined. It's in here. And when it's in here, you cannot fight, you cannot flight, you can't run, and you can't fight because it's imagined. That's called fear. That's called they gotcha. They have got you. Buy into it. Don't let them get you. It's completely all our choice. It really is. It's 100%. I wish I could convince my kids to protect our grandchildren. Well, this is, and Twad Wazzle. This is another thing which really, it's a hard one. Okay, if we expect freedom, everyone else has to have freedom. And yes, I understand you're talking about kids and it's the adults making the choice. But what do you think this is? Who do you think life is? Do you think it's random? Or do you think we chose to come here at this time? Or do you think it's completely random where we turn up? Do you think it's family that you're brought up in? Because I don't. I think we choose. And if that's, then that means that your grandchildren chose their parents, knowing this was coming. And I'm not saying this is going to make it easier. They're dull. But the thing is, there's a bigger picture. Don't die. That's a lie. There's a much, much bigger picture here, and people are here for different reasons. So I would say your best chance, in that kind of situation is to use this for good, not evil, right? Don't imagine the bad scenarios. Imagine the good ones. Put your into seeing your grandchildren as happy and healthy. Don't as not getting the jab or unjab, because that's focusing on the apple juice. Just see them as happy and healthy, and grown up if you want. Yes, look, they've grown up and they're happy and healthy. Put your energy into what you want, because that's your only choice. What else are you going to do apart from being stressed out and fear and imagine fear and all this? It's not good. And so it's not an easy choice. No one said it was it was easy. We do need to understand that, exactly this. Free will means free will. If you want free will, then that means that you must everyone else free will. All right. We don't have the right to tell someone not to juice as much as they don't have the right to tell us to take it. It's exactly the same. Not easy. It's a big thing to, especially if you're talking family. But that's the truth. Everyone gets their choice. It's just the way it is. And of course, how would you feel if someone tried to take your choice away? This is the thing. People believe things because they believe them. And they might not be informed, but they still, make the choice. Death is an illusion. Death is an illusion. And death is a big thing they use against us. It's like they try to make us believe this is it. This is it. If you stuff up this life, then, and so through that, they stress us out and make us do stupid crap. But really, there's a much, much bigger picture. Curtain of the QSIOP, look into Operation Trust, and then you'll get it. There are hats or savior coming for us. Have a look. I've heard lots of people say it, but that's why I always say don't rely on, because what if they don't turn up? What if and they fail? Right? It's and the same with religion. This whole second coming. that's not good at all if it makes people sit on their butt and do nothing and saying Jesus is going to save us. It's the exact same thing as Trump's going to save us, or the AIDS is going to save us, or whatever. It's all the same thing, and it's giving away your power. So yeah, I wouldn't do that. But I also would things as good or bad without knowing 100% if they are good or bad, because that's not, like there's a lot of this, Trump's the best thing ever, or Trump's evil, and there's no in between. But I mean, what's this based on? It's a factual evidence. If you had facts, you wouldn't have to selling all these things all the time. You just go, oh, here's the evidence, and then you'd shut up because people could read it and see, okay, where you're coming from. All this yelling, my God, yelling. Like people just love to get offended. Operation Trust was the Russian psyop used by the boss. The Russians thought somebody was coming to save them. Oh, well, there you go. Prove that anything about cure, it just was another scenario. And this is the thing, right? And of course, a lot of in the last couple of days, right, across niches similar to this one, where people, do that, these out without any proof, and you see what it does. It just creates a big bowl of crap. It's a waste of time. And why put your energy into that? Why would you put your energy into that? See, when you focus on something that you don't want, you're not only losing that time energy into something you don't want, but you've lost that time twice, because that time could have been put it into something that you want, creating something that you do want. So you've lost out twice. So it's like when people leave comments and they watch something and they stop and they take time out of their day to tell you that they don't want to watch your video. It's like, what? That's a mental illness. I don't even know what to say to that. I don't know what to say. Like, we've got to take control of thoughts, guys. Got to focus where we want to focus and leave the bullcrap behind. This is a distraction. It's a distraction to keep you in the low vibrations. That's it. They want you down there. They want you down there where they can feed off, your bad energy and keep you in fear. Yes, they have control because, look, they're telling you on the news that they have control. Look what they're doing to you. Look what they're doing to the kids. Look what they're doing to your job. Everyone's going to get sacked. Yeah, why? Because everyone believes it and keeps repeating it. It's just the truth. I'm sorry. We need to go sideways. Everything changes constantly, but if you keep focusing on the same thing, it just keeps changing to the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over again. To get a different result, you need to do something different. And we need to do something different. Like really quickly. Chet says, trade experience for faith. Trading for faith and everything will be okay. Well, do that. Do they say that? So what are they saying? If you have experienced that, I don't know, the Vatican's full of pedophiles, say, should you forget that and have faith? Good. This is the thing, right? Just have faith. No, I'd say trust your instincts, we're living in a 3D world. So trust your 3D when you're looking at the 3D world. See that everything's energy as well. So on a higher level, trust those, but giving something up to get selling, paying Peter, robbing Peter to pay Paul, that doesn't work. That's silly. And don't listen to anyone at the church. I mean, you can take that. It's interesting, but unless it feels really right to you, I wouldn't. No one should be telling. I was just listening to Rod Stewart Turks, and what does he say? Don't ever let down. Don't ever let them push you, or don't ever let them change your point of view. And that's really good advice. Because everything's opinion. These people that this is the truth, they don't know. They've just heard someone else's opinion. It's not based on anything. It's just opinion as fact. And someone goes, oh, and it's just opinion. And then they pass it on. It's just a big opinion party. It's silly. Am I ranting? Oh my God, almost 2 hours. I must be ranting. Why are people so afraid to lose their jobs? They hate. Exactly, Laurie. I agree. Again, we have the choice. You can see that as something bad. Oh my God, it's so bad. What am I going to do? Or you can see that as something awesome. Oh, great. Awesome. Let's get out and do something different. Let's always wanted to live. Let's take chances. Let's sell this stupid bloody house. It's too expensive and it's really a jail cell, but we didn't see it before. Let's go travel and see the world. I mean, every choice is a choice. You can see it as good or bad. You can see the opportunity, or you can the lack of opportunities. Young Turks, yes, Young Turks, exactly. Jesus Christ has come to me in my dreams and gave me instructions. Free energy generator, and it works. Well, there you go. Have you built it? Because please do and show us. But you say he is real. Who is he? You see, we think we can only, when we get messages from the ether, well, from anywhere, we can only take on board information that we have like a something to relate to in our mind, a reference point, or else we can't take the info. So, and I'm not saying that was wrong or that Jesus isn't. I don't know. I'm sure that someone like Jesus existed and was. But you see, if you're a Hindu, or and you don't think that Jesus was the son of the prophet, you might see Krishna coming to talk to you. If you were a pygmy living in the middle of the African forest and you didn't know of any religions, someone else coming to talk to you. It's all interpretation. If you were that pygmy in Africa and Jesus came to talk to you, you had no idea who Jesus was. Like, that wouldn't mean anything. It would just be a dude, right? And this is the thing about religion, and the whole heaven thing. I just see it's just a bit rude, right? Some people never get introduced to the Christian, and so they go to hell. And I know Christians say, they go to purgatory and they get to make another choice. Well, you've lived only one life and you've been taught one thing, and they say, that was all false. This is the truth. Would you believe it? Would you believe it? I don't have a job. Somehow I always get by. Early humans didn't have a job. Exactly. A job, right? Just over broke. Jobs are obsolete. We should be using our gifts and our creativity and what we're here to do, and creating that and using that, because it's all you've really got to do is create value, give value, and it will come back to you. And again, if you on stuff, I just read this and lost my train of thought. Allah told me Trump is Jesus. Oh, well, there you go. There you go. Trump is Jesus, says Allah. And I have no idea what I was saying. So let's read more things. Narcs. And I don't mean to offend anyone. If I have, why are you offended? If you believe something, no one really should be able to offend. Discernment, excellent word. It is an excellent word. Need more discernment. Make choices that are based on something. Take information in. Believe and reuse that stuff. It makes sense to you. Be discerning. Discerning. Sorry, my phone is playing drums. All right, now I've been on for hours. I have no idea how that happened. I was just really coming on to say a quick hello and show some pictures that I just found. Go through them. So I'll have to say goodbye soon. So I've got doing a chat with Kelly, and it's kind of like a Tartaria chat. We're actually going to do a Tartaria show, and it's not going to be Crystal City tomorrow. And then we've got 2 more Crystal City shows. We've got Santos Thursday. What else have I got? Spiral Up channel, Howdy McCloskey. It's what's turning into a series is coming out. So if you haven't seen the first one, go check it out. I don't even know what it's called, but the second one's called Rules of the Realm. Work out rules of the realm, and how to break the matrix. So go check that out. And I think that's what I've got booked at the moment. I'm trying not to book anything. Actually, yeah, we've got a few more next week. I don't know. Lots coming up. So thank you all for joining me. Who have we got here? Demented Land. What happens if you put red mercury in a gold sphere and put it on top of a building? This is the problem. It couldn't go in any kind of mess because it would amalgamate. It would eat it. So that's. But they all look stones. But it have to be stone that you put it inside. But yeah, what would happen? All the books we've got on Vimanas say that they had mercury in them, spinning in a what's the word? Not centrifuge, but yeah, one of them. See, I'm losing my mind. I've only had about 4 hours sleep in the last. So that was interesting. I had a couple of shows with Sasha Stone. That was really interesting. He's got a lot of good information from a completely different perspective. I don't think they're going to be released on YouTube. I'm not sure. I'll see if I do find out. I'll let you know. Coming up. So thank you all for joining me. 330. Please don't forget to give me a like. Share this around. Make sure you still subscribe. Let me know. Have you been unsubscribed? Because what's going on with that? And yes, I will be back tomorrow. We should have a chat up with a lady called Bobby from Australia, Hunt for the Crystal City. And Santos Bonacci interview will be up tomorrow also. And Howard McCloskey tomorrow. What day is it? Tomorrow. Yep, tomorrow. So lots coming up, guys. At least a video a day weekend. So thanks for joining me. Yes, look inside yourself, guys, because there really is greatness in there. And we're the ones that show the way, right? We need to be the way showers. We need to, out of fear, stop spreading the fear and show them there's another way. We can step sideways and go and create our own world. Have to keep playing this game anymore. We have a voice. So let's be the way showers and show people how it can be done. Let's turn, let's turn perceived bad things into opportunities, right? Let's turn, if you get sacked, turn it into an opportunity of building a new life. If you're a teacher and you get sacked, turn it to start a homeschooling, group, or nurses to start community hospitals, all stuff. We got to start building the new world, and we got to do it now. Look around, guys. These guys, the population needs a bit of inspiration. They need us to show it done, because clearly they're not doing too well on their own. So that's where we come in. We come in, we break the spell, and we show them the way forward. Let's do that. So thanks for joining me, guys. I love you all. I appreciate you all, and I will talk to you all on the next upload. Bye for now.